Hola, hola. My name is Ramon, cosmetic chemist, product developer, lover of all things beauty. I am a scientist, but a consumer first and foremost. And it's been a minute since I've done an Empties video, but I've emptied a lot of products. So we're here today to talk about my Empties, predominantly my Empties. I got some husband Empties too. Also, I just want to sound off to the commenter in that last video that I did on my Empties. They were like, my husband, my husband, my husband. You know what? Husband on my arm, no husband on your arm. Okay, so stay bitter. Also, fundamentally, my husband goes through a lot of products that I don't use because we have very different skin types or very different wants from our products. So he's gonna empty products and I'm gonna talk about it. So getting into it. It's a lot. I always say this because it's always so many. It's a lot. I'm gonna try to be very quick and concise. Realistically, because it's so many, I don't wanna list all the products in the description box. So we'll see what I do. Starting off strong, Naturium Purified Niacinamide Body Wash. This is nice. It feels nice on the skin. It lathers up really nicely. It's no scent. It's not my favorite of all the cleansers in their line. So I'm not necessarily like keen to repurchase this, but it's a nice foaming, lathering body wash. The Glow Getter, the glycolic acid, and actually now the hyaluronic acid one, those are my favorites. Laneige Cream Skin. Fun fact about me, if it comes in a mister bottle, I'm gonna zip through it. It actually took me a while to get through this product. You can see there's like 2 spritzes left in here. This is just such a great product. It's so easy to just real quick after a shower, before your skincare, or after your makeup to give you that nice glow. So this is always a staple in my routine. I think I already have a backup. So yes, this is a repurchase. Eucerin Oil Control Dry Touch. This is the EU only formulation. We go through bottles of this. This summer, we've done a lot of traveling. We've been out in the sun and the heat at the beach. So this is one that we always have, particularly because it is a fairly natural to matte finish and it primes really well for makeup. So this, I think my husband prefers this more at the beach, but I'll use this if we're like going out and I have a beat on, or I just want a more matte finish. So yeah, we have more bottles of this already. SUPRA-FADE from Hue. This is their hyperpigmentation serum. I go through so much of this because I use this at night and I use the Polish Choice Azelaic Acid Booster in the morning. I need those to keep the skin looking clear. And yeah, I'll just always go through this. I do work for the brand, so just disclosure, I did not make this product. I'm making the next products though. So I always have access to this when I need it. But that being said, I have one I'm actively going through and I have a backup for that one already because I always burn through these. The Cerave Renewing Retinol Serum. This is empty. This I liked a lot. And I like the fact that it is retinol and licorice extract. And then you have the general like CeraVe ceramide complex. Sometimes it's got spicy. I'm not gonna lie to you. This got a little bit intense for a retinol from CeraVe, which was a little bit more interesting. But I think, oh, it has niacinamide too. If you're concerned, obviously it's like you wanna do a retinol. I don't know if this is like the most gentle retinol to use, but if you're concerned on more pigmentation focused as well, this could be a really nice option for you. It's really affordable. Texture was generally very nice. I'm using it at night only, so I like richer textures at night. Yeah, overall positive. I prefer Retinol, but I would still sprinkle this into my routine. And because I had other retinols I was using on my face, I would kind of repurpose this for like body purposes, but it's good. I recommend. I might not repurchase though. SK2 Essence. We go through a lot of these because I buy a bunch of these little travel size ones because we travel a lot. We use these a lot. This is like a non-negotiable for my husband when we travel, but obviously because I'm with him, I'm gonna use it. Honestly, I do love it. I always say that in the videos I talk about. I do love this so much, even though it is so expensive. So buying the minis, I can justify it a little bit more because they're not as expensive. I will always repurchase this. I'm not saying you have to, but I will. Vaseline Radiant X. This is specifically the Nourishing Body Lotion from our store. I like this one. Again, I like the entire Radiant X line because it smells delicious. This one is one of the main active featuring ones. It features pro-retinol, niacinamide, coconut oil, something else, petrolatum. It's moisturizing, but it's not too heavy. It smells delicious. So specifically if using it to target pigmentary concerns, for example, it could be a good option. They specifically have clinicals on skin firming because that combo of niacinamide, retinol, and petrolatum that's in this has been shown to improve the firmness and plumpness of skin. So that's one of the main things they advertise with this. But for me, it's just, it has some actives and it smells good and it feels good and it looks good on my skin. Have repurchased. And again, I actually do go and pay for myself the Radiant X products, so they will be staples in my routine. Superoxide Dismutase Saccharide Mist from NIOD. I love this. I love this. I love this so much because you get a lot of products, you get a mist, and I told you if it has a mister on it, I'm gonna burn through it. For me, where this really comes in clutch is I always take this on like beach getaways or where it's gonna be really, really hot. This for me, I use it on the face, but I use it on the body pre-sunscreen as essentially like a body antioxidant serum mist. So it kind of just boosts some protection a little bit, but also hydrates really nicely. I have repurchased this. I bought a new one like 2 weeks ago. The Anthelios UVMune 400 Anti-Dark Spots. This is the Anthelios UVMune 400 formulation with the added Melasil active. So if you're targeting pigmentation, this is actually a really great sunscreen if you don't mind the finish. It is glowy. It also does have alcohol. I also believe it does have fragrance. But with the Mixed Oil 400 filter plus the Melasil, it's a really great option if you are targeting the appearance of pigmentation and you're looking to even your skin tone. I used this on my face while I was in Mallorca, I believe, or Puerto Rico for 2 weeks. The tan I got on my face was a lot less substantial than the tan I got on my body. It's a testament to the benefit of the boost of the UVA1 range that this gives you. Have repurchased this. I have a new one. Also, they have a lot of good data on the Mixed Oil 400 filter plus the Mellow Active for pigmentation. Again, it is L'Oreal. So that's why I'm like, the finish is shiny, but the benefit is there. If you see it's worth it. Plus it's like hella water resistant. So that's one of my top 5 go-to beach sunscreens. Another Radiant X body cream. Again, we burned through these. Love them a lot. I think my husband uses this more than I do. I prefer more of the lotion textures or the body oil. Love the body oil. But I believe we bought that back in April and we're ready. We burned through it. Oh my God. How old is this? Josie Maran Whipped Argan Oil. This is a husband empty. He loves rich body balms, rich body butters. Again, I prefer lighter texture. So he burns through these, but they actually have their new line. These are like the refill packs. I don't know where the jar is. I'll have it here on screen. But these are the Whipped Argan Oil Body Butters, the refills, and they have a bunch of different scents. My favorite is Vanilla Vibes. It smells delicious. The textures of these are rich and creamy. They feel so nice on the skin. They give a nice glow, but they don't feel heavy. So I actually do really like these. I have a few different scents from them. Like they have like a really fruity grapefruit one. They have a vetiver one. For me, the vanilla is my favorite. Phlur Vanilla Skin. This is the like perfume, eau de parfum. I actually prefer the body and hair mist. And in April, I bought like the jumbo size of it. I think in the jumbo, I have like maybe this much left. So I love the scent and the scent profile. I think I'll just keep buying the hair and body mist though, because the longevity from that mist is crazy. And the jumbos, you get a lot of product and it lasts you a long time. Like I bought that in April. I abused that product and I still have a good amount left and it's August. Beauty of Joseon Relief Sun Aqua Fresh. This is, I think, the 4th one of these I've emptied. Holy grail sunscreen. I like this more than the OG one. This and my Sunstick, I will always repurchase. And I'm paying for these myself. Like I will always have these on hand. They're just reliable, skin looks great, it's not heavy, it's not greasy, you're hydrated, prep's great for makeup. Naturium Body Retinol. Love this product. It's a body, oh, these are nasty. I'm so sorry, don't judge me. These are just really affordable. They're really multifunctional. I use this on face and body. I like specifically how this feels like you feel so velvety afterwards. Like your skin feels so soft. You don't feel emollient-y, you don't feel like lotiony. Like it has a nice velvet finish to it, which is why I like to have it on stock. I bought another one of these myself back in May because I need to have it on hand. This is Sake Bomb from Educated Mess. This is my friend Alex's line. I've talked about some of her other products on the channel. This is my favorite Educated Mess product and I wish I could show you, but I'm out. This is such a lightweight gel, like gel cream, but really just gel, like a hydrogel texture. This features a couple of different ferments and I love fermented ingredients. So the texture of this and the finish of it, because it's not heavy, it's not greasy, is amazing for oily skin. I like to use this, the reason I burned through it is because I would use it while I was in Puerto Rico, like at the end of the day. So I've been out at the beach or in the sun all day. I've gone and shower. This afterwards, it feels like it really hydrates you, but helps to soothe the skin a little bit, like an after sun product that just doesn't feel heavy. So this is a really nice product. I had a backup, but I gave it to a friend of mine. I want more. I will pay for this myself, but this is becoming a holy grail moisturizer for me. Another Radiant X product. This is the Evening Body Lotion. This has 1% niacinamide, so it kind of is active focus, but to me, this is not like doing a lot for body pigmentation necessarily. Maybe it's just helping to even a little bit of skin tone. 1% niacinamide to me is not doing like the world's worth of difference, but paired with a couple other things in here, potentially could do something if you're really consistent. For me, it's just, it feels great, smells great. And again, this in the body oil. Kiehl's Ultra Facial Barrier Hydrating Cleanser. I like a cleanser that gets really lathery. This is one of those cleansers, and I like that it cleanses very thoroughly. It feels like it just takes the full day off. You don't have to like oil cleanse if you don't need to, but it doesn't leave you tight afterwards. This is a really, really nice product. This is one of those like Kiehl's staple products in that it's like a staple product in your routine, like a good cleanser that just cleanses effectively. And this along with like their Ultra Facial Moisturizer, like a very standard to the point moisturizer. That's what I mean when I say that. Oh, a second one of the Relief Suns. Centella Light Cleansing Oil from Skin 104. I love a cleansing oil. I think I'm leaning more now towards like more richly textured first cleansing products. This to me is a little bit too light, but if you prefer more of that light dry oil texture, this is a great one. Unscented, really, really effective, great rinse off. But I'm preferring more of like the Haru Haru Black Rice Wonder one, the Beauty of Joseon one, like those textures I prefer more. Got2B, we burn through Got2B in this house. I am like a hairspray person. Where we live is really, really windy, and plus my hair is very unmanageable in general. So I need this level of like hold. We have at least 2 of the full size and at least 4 of the travel size at any given time. Another one of the Kiehl's Ultra Body Mega Moisture Squalane Creams. This is a husband empty. He likes the texture and finish of this, but he doesn't feel like he's going to repurchase it only because while it does work great, he prefers things that are scented and this isn't scented. So if you like unscented body products, that might be a good option for you. Medicate Crystal Retinol. I use the 10, burn through this. For me, this is like one of those things where I'm like, it's effective, but I love a sensory moment. This just smells great. And I'm at a point where I want my products to make me feel something on top of giving me benefits, and the smell of this, it's like that nice nice like honeycomb sweetness to it. That's very subtle. It's nothing like crazy heavy perfume, but it just has such a nice scent to it and it feels really nice to me. It's like very velvety and silky. So I do like this a lot. I have the different strengths of this, so I might just whip those out to use them, but I can use a 10 with no issue and no irritation. Tatcha the Essence. I got this because I wanted to try different fermented essences, and this is like sake based. And Tatcha, for me, some of the products, I'm genuinely very surprised on the user experience. Some of them I'm just loving the packaging. Some of them do work really, really well. This is one where I'm like, you know what? I didn't love this product. In the hierarchy of Tatcha products I've tried, this is not one of my favorites. I will pay the money for SK2 because to me, I do feel and see a difference when I use SK2. For me, this just didn't make much of a difference. Also, getting it out of the packaging, it was like a really hard job for some reason. So not a repurchase to me. This is the Fenty Cherry Dub Cleanser. I love this line. We'll say though, I do prefer the scent profile of the original launches, but this Cherry Dub line is great for blemish prone skin or if your skin is very prone to texture. This, I believe, features salicylic acid. Don't quote me on that. But it's like a really nice gel cleanser. It smells like kind of like artificial candy cherry, which I really do like. And I feel like the foam for this was just really nice. A pump or two got you a full face of cleanse really, really thoroughly. For me, this was a very much like a high humidity summertime cleanser. The other cleanser for me is more full-time year-round. I really want to see them do a milky cleanser though. I don't think they have one yet. But yeah, I do like this a lot. Would repurchase. They actually now launched a toner in that Cherry Dub line that's like BHA focused. I really like that. If you've followed me for a long time, I always bring this up every once in a while. These are the Nyok body washes from I'm From. They have like a low-key body line that they don't talk about. Oh, I just realized on the back they give the scent profile. These smell delicious. It says LME resin. Don't know what that is. Patchouli and agarwood. To me, they just smell they smell warm. They smell inviting. They smell delicious. They smell very, very, very luxe. It was to the point where I was like diluting it with water to get more out of here. But whenever I make orders on YesStyle for these, I will order like 10 at a time just because we'll have them in our shower, we'll have them by our sinks, and then we like to have the backup. So I will be purchasing more SUPRA-FADEs. Again, I believe this batch of Empties is from at least March. So it's been 5 months. So this actually does feel correct, yeah. Clarins Double Serum. Here's the deal. Spending so much time in Europe, I have come to love a lot of the European-based brands that I feel like in the US, they lean a little bit more luxury. Clarins to me is a brand that I really like. I'm sorry. This product is really good. It's really nice. It feels great. It gives me a sensory experience. It's a scent and everything that just doesn't feel cheap. I feel like that's where I get an issue with the European brands is some of the scents they choose. They just feel cheap. Nivea. But this is a really nice product. I think actually my husband might have emptied this one. I do want to buy this again. This and that Laneige, the 3-chamber retinol product, to me live in a very similar world. Oh my God. And the Sulwasu, it's like the Sulwasu first treatment serum. Those three, they live in this like luxury, like nighttime, like sensorial heaven experience. Well, I need to repurchase that. Oh my God, another Sake Bomb emptied. Did not realize I emptied 2 of those. I love the texture. Genuinely, if I can be very objective, I know Alex is my friend. There's always a bias, but if you have oily skin and you like a hydrogel moisturizer texture, try Sake Bomb. It feels amazing. I love the benefits for it. I love the finish of it. Hate the packaging. She knows this. I think they're changing it. Love the product. And I told you guys, SUPRA-FADE I use at night and I use it very regularly. I use this once a day because I use the Polish Choice the other half of the day. 2 empties. Love this product down. This features azelaic acid as well as a few different ingredients that are targeted towards pigmentation. So they help to, again, even skin tone, reduce the look of pigmentation, which I don't necessarily deal with, but azelaic acid is a great ingredient, again, for more blemish prone skin, which is where I really see it shine. These have the azelaic acid as well as salicylic acid. So it's great for more blemish prone skin, and plus it's a little bit more of a mattifying texture. That's why I choose to use this during the daytime. But I go and buy them myself because I need to have them. If I don't end up using them for even a couple days, I can tell, I can see it. Riedel Shot 300. This is a husband empty. He loves this. He upgraded to the 300 a few months back. He really likes them a lot, but it's one of those things where he's not going to finish this and then upgrade automatically. I think he's going to stay here for a minute. And then at some point when he feels like he's ready, he'll upgrade to, I believe, is it 500 or 700 after this? We just use the regular ones of those. Laneige Water Bank, another husband empty. Love this and the texture of this. I prefer the one in the white cube personally, but he likes a little bit of a richer texture than I do. So this is a him empty. We do have a backup already. And then the Prequel Utility Ointment, another one of his favorites. It's just these textures where it is petrolatum based, but you have other ingredients as well to really enhance the benefits, but also the user experience. We really enjoy those. Another example is actually the Buffer Jelly from Experiment, which I thought I have in here, I don't. But yeah, we already have backups of this. Sephora collection, slept on. People don't talk about Sephora collection the way they should be talking about Sephora collection because especially in a store like Sephora, they're one of the more affordable options. And I'm going to be very objective and concede the fact that, okay, they're not revolutionary concepts. They're not these hyper innovative products, but they get the job done. And they're very good for like daily care. This is their Gentle Jelly Cleanser. I love the texture of this. If you've tried the Ordinary's Foaming Glucoside Cleanser, this is an elevated version of that to me. A better texture, a better foaming experience. They make claims around prebiotics and some other claims around skin hydration. I will say it cleanses really nicely. It's a nice jelly cleanser without stripping the skin afterwards. Naturium Retinol, 0.15%. I already have another one of these open up. This is one of my favorite Retinol textures. Comparing this to the Medicate one, lighter weight texture, much more gel based. Also now these are with the 0.15, a higher concentration, I believe, than the Medicate. These are not scented though. So depending on what experience you want, if you have more sensitive skin, obviously the Naturium ones also have different strengths as well. So you can really cater your retinol experience, but they're fragrance free, which is again, better for more sensitive skin. Plus you can get them at Target. They're more affordable. Haru Wonder, one of my favorite sunscreens, particularly if you have oily skin and you want a matte finish. This feels like a cream. There's a lot of structure in this and it feels like it's going to be a rich moisturizer, but it doesn't sit heavy on the skin to me. Very nice satin to satin matte finish. Like a very natural finish. This is one of those sunscreens I've emptied it because it looks really full. It's not full, I promise you. It's deflating. It's empty. But it's one of those sunscreens where I'm like, if I'm in a rush or I just need my makeup to look good, this, the Beauty of Joseon, are really reliable to skin prep. They will moisturize my skin nicely so that I have a really good base for my matte foundation that I need to last like 12 hours today. But it's also gonna give me protection. I obviously wish it was water resistant. It's not, but beggars can't be choosers. And with that, that was my series of empties for the last few months. A lot of different products, a lot of repeats. There's just some things where it's like, if it works, it works. And I mentioned this in my last video. I wanna get into the habit of just trying more products again, trying newer products again. The one thing I have to concede though is doing so breaks up the consistency of my routine and then I will see the results in my skin, unfortunately. But I do want to try more, but as you can see, there's a lot of staples in here and they're staples for a reason because I like them a lot. And as you can tell, I also really love a sensorial experience. Let me know down in the comments, what are some of your favorite empties you've emptied in the last few months? Have you tried some of these and are your thoughts the same as mine? Let me know. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, notification bell so that you know when I post more skincare, sunscreen, and beauty related content on my channel. Give the video a thumbs up and thanks for watching, guys. Bye.